Hey guys, it's Zach here from PTO Lynchburg. Today we're going to check out and test the PTO Link. So it's something I've been seeing online for a couple of years, never really looked into it. I've had one or two customers ask me about it. We have some older customers or customers who just aren't able to easily hook up a bush hog or a tiller due to fighting the drive shaft on it. I've never really looked into it until PTO Link reached out to me. And I said, you know what, we're going to stock it, we're going to give it a shot. So I just got these in yesterday. I'll show you guys. I have not touched it yet. I have not put it onto anything. It is brand new and fresh, so I'm going to do learning here. I have not used one of these yet. I've taken the pins out in and out, but I haven't used it. So we're going to see how smoothly it goes. But basically what it is, a PTO Link is going to connect your tractor PTO to your implement PTO. So your tractor is going to have one side and your implement is going to have the other side. So this is a locking pin that locks it together. Without it, has a little bit more loose play. And then you do have a push pin here, pull pin. You actually pull it. Again, I'm learning here. And you spin it, and it comes apart. So one end is going to go on your tractor PTO shaft, and the other one is going to go on your implement, so that when you do hook it up with your implement side, it goes here. It's going to line up. You're going to put it there, and you're just going to gently spin. And now it's locked. You put that lock pin in and you're good to go. So we're going to test it real quick. We're going to start with the bigger tractor. So I've got an L2501 here. This is going to be your standard size for the larger tractors. So we're going to test it first with an L series, and then we'll test it with something smaller with a quick hitch to see how easy it is. So first what I want to do is I want to see how difficult this drive shaft is to put on and off the tractor. I might get lucky, might go super easy, might not. So this is one that has the push pin style. So you got to push this pin in while pushing it over so it lines up with the grooves. So got to grab the drive shaft. And this is one I have not tested or anything yet either. So not lining up, so I'm spinning the bush hog to try to get the splines to line up. There we go. So you can slide it on the first, maybe slide it on the first little bit. Push the pin. There we go. So the worst part about this is pushing that pin while trying to slide it on there. And then you got to slide it all the rest of the way, and you're locked in. Now the other difficult thing is going to be taking it off. Ow, there we go. It's got the spring push pin. It indents your thumbs and everything while doing it. Push it, pull it back out. Coming off was pretty smooth and easy. But let's say that you've had this implement for a year or two and there's rust and dirt and everything built up in there. I've hooked and unhooked plenty of older implements as well, and it can be a pain in the butt. If it goes smoothly, great, nice and easy. If it doesn't go smoothly, it doesn't line up, it's not, easy, or it's locked. If you have a lot of dirt or rust on your actual tractor PTO shaft, this can be an absolute pain. I've spent 5-10 minutes before fighting these on putting them on. So let's now hook up our PTO Link. Use our handy dandy Land Pride hanger there so it doesn't get in the dirt. So on the tractor side, you have a pull collar. Pulls a little locking mechanism out. So we're going to put that there. All right, and then you pull the collar. All right, clicks in. You're good to go. Easy enough. You don't have to fight a giant drive shaft or anything like that to put it on, and it does free spin. We're going to put our implement side on next. See the best way to stand and not break anything or get in the way of the camera. So on the implement side, it should basically be the same thing. Line it up. Yep. Push that button one time. Let's see. Slide it in and locked. Again, you're not fighting a drive shaft or anything like that to it, so that's easy. We're going to pick it up, pull it forward, spin it till this lines up, and let's see, which way do I spin? Now the tractor and the implement side are spinning. There we go. And we're clicked in. All right. So that's locked in. Then don't forget to put your keeper pin in there. Let's see. The rotation of the bush hog is pushing it. So any of these 4 holes, I'm pretty sure you can basically put your little push pin in. There's multiple areas here. Looks like this one's going to be the easiest one. At the bottom. Where's my little keeper? And you're supposed to come from the tractor side out, if I remember correctly. Now that's there, and we are locked in. That's going to take the pressure off of it, and we're good to go. Now to take the PTO shaft off, once you're done with the implement, you take your little keeper pin out. So let's see here. Honestly, the keeper pin is probably going to be the most annoying part of the whole setup, but still a lot easier than a drive shaft. Keeper pin's out. Put that in my pocket. Pull your little locking pin. You can kind of see it unlocks it right there. And it even gives you directions. Off is clockwise. So we're going to spin it. And there we go. We're off. And that's going to sit back in my handy dandy hanger. And you're good to go. So better than fighting it, I would say you still have to get into a tight quarter, which is the downside to any PTO implement. But the worst part is trying to basically take that drive shaft and shove it up onto the tractor PTO shaft. I go to the gym 6 days a week. I can handle that, but for some people they can't. And honestly, sometimes even I have to fight it and fight it and fight it, like I said. So we're going to go to the compact tractor. I've got a little B2601 over here. There is a separate PTO Link connector for it. It's a smaller version. Same setup though. You have the keeper pin, you have your pull pin, and this one just has 3 little splines that it lines up with on it. So we're going to test this. Now, if you have a quick hitch on your tractor, so we threw a quick hitch on here real quick to show it, there's even more in the way. If it was just the tiller, I'd be able to get in a little easier. But with this quick hitch on the back, it is even more difficult to get to that PTO shaft. So we're going to go ahead, throw this on there. Oh, wrong side here. You can tell I'm learning.
I banged my hand.
Camera girl's learning too. There we go. And once you put this on the tractor, there's really, if all your implements have the other side, there's no need to take this off. You've got it on there, there's absolutely no reason to take it off. Now, something I do want to mention is drive shaft length. So if I had this cut properly, let's see if I can get it through. I might have to actually move something around here. If I had it cut properly, pull the driveway out. There we go. This would be, and it might actually be for this video, unfortunately, too long. So this would slide onto the PTO shaft right now, but if I were to try to put this on, if it fit and I raised the tiller up, you could potentially bust out your transmission housing. So pay attention to your PTO shaft length, because adding one of these PTO links does add about 4 or 5 inches of length. So, you know, if you don't know how to cut your PTO shaft or aren't capable, either take it to your local shop or handle that. But I'm just going to, for the video purpose today, I'm going to pull it off the implement. There we go. We're going to hook this side in just like I would if it was on the tractor. Now you can see this is a brand new tiller, and I've got rust all inside. As that builds up, it is more difficult to hook up to things. So keep that in mind. That's one of the reasons that PTO shafts are so difficult to hook up. And some PTO shafts do have the pull collar type. See, this button is a pain in the butt. There we go. All right, locked in. We're going to pretend that it's on the tiller. You guys know better. I know better. It's going to go right here. We're going to push it together. We're going to spin, and it clicks in. And it's as simple as that. To take it off, pull this pin, unspin it. Very, very easy. I like it. Honestly, it's going to help a lot with pinched fingers, with a lot of curse words and everything. Especially if you have a very tight area. For those compact tractors, for those subcompact tractors, where it's very tight to work back in here, and you can barely get your arms to the PTO shaft, this is going to save you a lot of time and effort. They're not too pricey, so I'm pretty sure, if I remember correctly from the booklet I got, I think each end is about $175. So if you get, let's say, one female end for the tractor, and you've got a bush hog and a tiller, great, you need 2 PTO ends. To save yourself a lot of time and hassle, you're looking, you know, like $475. My mental math is probably not correct there. Don't judge me. But it'll save you a lot of time and effort. And they're going to last basically forever. It's not something you're going to be going through. If you lose a pin, you can buy new little pins. But this isn't going to break. This isn't going to wear down. So overall, if you have difficulty hooking up implements, PTO-driven implements, it's tight to get in there. Your fingers don't want to pull those collars or push those buttons. You curse at it all the time, or you regret having to hook up a bush hog or a tiller, you might want to look into one of these. It seems like it'll definitely save some time and effort in the long run. These push buttons. Ow. There we go. Alright guys, so I came over to the customer equipment lot to see if I could find something older and used, and we're going to try it on that since it worked decently well with the new stuff. So I found this old B2320 with a 5-foot bush hog on it. We're going to give this a shot today, see what it looks like here. First difficult thing, honestly this might be part of it, is going to be probably taking off this drive shaft. That's a push button type, not collar type again. So the annoying thing again is pushing this button while trying to get it back over the hump. I brought a rag with me. And for some of you more experienced people, absolutely feel free to make fun of me. But at the same time, a lot of our customer base is like me, who don't have decades of farm experience on taking off implements. There we go. All right. I had to get my right hand involved to get the PTO button off. So you can see, definitely dirty, grody in here. Something that's a little grosser than, you know, a new tractor. So we're going to take our handy-dandy PTO Link. We're going. Now this isn't technically, I should have brought the smaller one with me. This is the larger tractor, but I think it'll still work. It might not. Might need the smaller one. No, there we go. Then hook up the PTO shaft side. Should be pretty simple. Line it up. Push it to there. Push that stupid button again. There we go. All right, now let's see. How easy is it to hook up my bush hog now? There. Spin. Got to hold the tractor side steady. Aha! Much easier. Put that little keeper pin in and we're good. To disconnect it, spin the whole system to where my link is at the top. Wow, that was a lot easier than the first time around. So, alright, I'm sold. I like them. That would have saved me my finger and everything on the first try. So, works even on the used tractors.